This is a KGUN9 On Your Side news update.
We're learning a Sierra Vista man was found dead last week at a U.S. Air Force base in an Air Force base. He was identified as 20-year-old Aziz Whitehurst. He and one other serviceman were found unresponsive in a dorm room. We do not know yet how they died. The Air Force says no other base members were in that dorm room. Neither men had roommates.
There's now an easier way to prepare documents for an order of protection through an online portal called AZ Point. Now, before, the survivor had to track down the suspect, call the non-emergency line, and meet an officer nearby authorized to serve it. You still have to go to a courthouse in person to see a judge, but it's now up to law enforcement to find that suspect. Well, today, Governor Ducey will stop in Tucson to deliver his State of the State address. This comes after he gave the same speech yesterday in Phoenix. This year's State of the State touched on several issues like the state's rainy day fund, which is now at $1 billion. Today's address will be held at the Tucson Convention Center at noon.
Well, the governor also says the funding for education includes more money for school counselors and campus police officers. Last year, the budget had $20 million in new counselor and officer cash, but schools applied for more than $90 million in funding. Career and technical education will also get a boost. A vacant school building near the south side caught fire yesterday. Tucson Fire Department says that building is adjacent to Star Academic High School, but hasn't been used in years. That fire started at about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. Nobody was inside. Crews got those flames under control in about a half an hour or so. Development is happening all around us in Tucson, and while it's good for growth, some say it's putting a damper on one group.
Yeah, city officials want to hear directly from those impacted. Now, on your sides, Veronica Acosta has details on why officials are asking you, the community, to share input when it comes to affordable housing in Tucson.
Hey, good morning. Well, a booming economy here in Tucson, it has meant tons of development. And while that's the good part, the bad part is it's also brought on higher rents. It's brought on higher home sale prices, which can many times impact those lower income residents. And this is something that city leaders really want to tackle. They're working on forming something called an anti-displacement task force. The purpose of that task force would be to figure out the problems and find solutions to them when it comes to affordable housing. This group would be made up of different community stakeholders, nonprofit organizations, neighborhood association leaders, and really anybody in the community who's willing to be a part of it. City council leaders do hope to have a plan for this within the next 30 days. Reporting live from downtown, Veronica Acosta, KGUN9 On Your Side.
All right, April, what's it looking like out there?
Still pretty chilly, but we also have a little bit of wind at the airport, so that number hasn't really been allowed to drop as much. So we're at 43 at the airport with winds at 13 miles per hour. It's going to warm up nicely. Need a jacket in the morning, but you won't need it for long. 73 today and tomorrow. We'll see a brief round of rain on Thursday, taking us down to the upper 60s and right back to the 70s for the weekend.